take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it.
Luciano Zaccara, he's an associate professor at the Gulf Studies Center at Qatar University and joins us live from Doha. In a way, Donald Trump is right. And as we've been seeing there from those pictures, there has been total destruction across Gaza. More than 2/3 of the buildings either damaged and destroyed. So there is a need for massive reconstruction. But when he says things like a buyout, how would that even be practically possible? Who is he buying it from?
Well, that's the point. I mean, the fact that he's talking about ownership, he's talking about giving pieces of land to someone else, means that he doesn't care at all about the right of some people over their own land, that he disregards absolutely the international law, and that he disregards everything that was signed until now, since the Oslo Agreement in 1992-94, when it was decided and accepted by Israel that there will be a Palestinian state. So for him, there is no Palestinian state, there is no land that belongs to Palestinian, and that this land actually doesn't belong to anybody. And that's why he can own that. And he can deal with that as it was his own land to convert the new Mar-a-Lago or something like that. This is absolutely outrageous, considering that this is the president of the United States, that he's the one that is supposed to protect this international system that was created after the Second World War. But we're in a different time of history in which any of this makes sense anymore. And we saw that Netanyahu is very happy with this proposal. Netanyahu doesn't consider now that Gaza belongs to Israel, but there is a bigger plan that means that Gaza will be incorporated, or the West Bank as well, to be incorporated to the Israeli territory. So the disregard for the existence of a land that can be considered Palestine or a state of Palestine, of course, is out of the discussion anytime.
I mean, you've talked about some of the ethical and historical problems around this, but what about geopolitically in terms of Gaza's neighbours, in terms of other Arab and Gulf nations? What kind of reaction have they given, and what might they do if Trump tried to push forward with this plan to simply, I don't know, take it over?
Well, I hope there is a strong not only condemnation. I mean, we are tired of words. We are tired of hearing that there are a lot of things they are saying and nothing happened. In these 15 months of war, we realized that the international law makes no effect on what is going on. They were not able to paralyze anything, even though there were many symbolic gestures by European countries, by South Africa, by Latin American countries. There were ICC, ICG, all the statements that they were made regarding what is going on in Gaza, regarding genocide, etc., did not change anything. Neither Biden was able to do anything. Probably he didn't want to, or he couldn't. But now we see that we have another president that is trying to do something absolutely different. And again, nobody's reacting. Having an emergency meeting of the Arab League states, something, but what is going to happen after that? Everybody rejected the fact that this Palestinian state would be created in Saudi Arabia, or that Palestinian would be relocated in other countries. But we need something more. This is something that needs to be paralyzed. The problem is now in the United States, which is pushing. Not only that the world is reacting towards Israel or what Israel has been doing or Netanyahu has been doing in these 15 months, now the world needs to react against the plan of the United States, which is much more complicated and would require much more pressure and much more measures to prevent this to happen. That's a point that, for me, it's not very optimistic situation, but because Trump is using all the leverage he has with all the countries, not only on this issue. We see what is going on with Canada, with Mexico, with China, with the European allies, that they are also part of the alliance with the United States. So how he will use this leverage with Arab allies countries in order to get what he wants, this is what is becoming very dangerous and unpredictable.
Absolutely, and we need more of a reaction. Luciano Zaccara, thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World on the News Hour.